It happened about 30 years ago, and it happened in the middle of the day. My first, encounter with impaired driving was when I was probably 10 or 11 years old in my hometown. What had happened was I was coming home from a friend's house, and I noticed there were police and fire services near my home where I grew up. At that time, I noticed there was a vehicle that was stopped in the middle of the road. The doors were open, and as I walked by, there were empty liquor bottles on the passenger side on the floor of the vehicle. To my right, there was a pair of black patent leather shoes, which I found out later was worn by a girl who lived across the street from me. She had been playing with another friend of mine, and a man who was impaired driving his vehicle hit her. She was hit by the vehicle, and then at that point she died on her way to hospital. From that, I decided that I was not going to drink. I decided that there would always be a designated driver, and anywhere I was, I would be that person that would drive people home after they had indulged in alcohol. In my job with the RCMP, I've dealt with a number of impaired drivers, both as a result of collisions and as us doing roadside checks and coming across people we have found that have been intoxicated or impaired. From that, I've responded to accidents where people have been injured or where people have died as a result of impaired driving. For any RCMP member, the next of kin is one of those things that everyone dreads to do. You are the person that knocks on the door and has a loved one answer the door and give them bad news. The effects of impaired driving far reaches beyond the person that gets behind the wheel. Most of us in Saskatchewan that are RCMP police in small rural communities, lots of times we know who these people are. Personnel who work with fire, police, or emergency medical services, we are all human. We have a job to do, but these situations and these events, we have to deal with them after the fact. The tragedy that occurs with these type of incidents. When we go and do a next of kin, the instant reaction of a family member or a friend who we have to deliver that bad news to, we have to deal with the anger, the sadness, the remorse of why didn't I do more? It affects people in different levels, but it affects everyone in some way. It's not a decision that you can take back once you've made it. Once you make that decision to get behind the wheel, your decision could affect the lives of everyone around you.
December 1st to 7th is National Safe Driving Week. The RCMP is making impaired driving enforcement a national priority, stepping up enforcement efforts across the country to stop impaired driving, beginning with an enforcement blitz on December 7th, 2013. Detachments around the province will be participating in impaired driving enforcement in their communities. Share your stories of how impaired driving has impacted you and your family. Follow along on Twitter and Facebook. Everyone has a right to come home safe. Together, we can make a difference. Commit to drive sober.